Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just about 10:30 in Honolulu, 4:30 in New York. It is Monday, 6th day of July 2015, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. After a weekend filled with fireworks both here in the mainland United States as well as overseas in Greece, we do have gold trading higher, although nominally higher with the kind of news that we had out in the market. We currently have gold up about $5.40, trading at $1168.90. That's with a low of $61.90 and a high of $1174.40. Silver also trading higher on the day, up roughly 11 cents, $15.68, with a low of $15.49 and a high of $15.82. So traders, as I said, we do have a higher trading precious metals markets, I believe much in reaction to the turmoil that we have seen over this weekend. Greek referendum coming to a vote. The vote was to renegotiate and not accept current austerity terms, which really runs amok any kind of potential resolvement of their debt crisis on a quick basis. So in as much as I cannot tell you how this crisis in Greece and the Eurozone is going to unfold, how it's going to affect markets not only in Europe but globally. The one thing that we can say is the U.S. market, consider last Monday when we had issues over in Greece, we saw a 350-point rundown in the Dow and closing on the lows. Although we did close lower today, I believe off 100 points, we might have time to take a look at that in a little while. We did see the market recoup substantially, kind of shrugging that off. What I can tell you is that in terms of how the precious metals are currently looking, when we take a look at a couple of our different charts, and this chart we're going to pull up is a tick chart, 5,000 ticks, and what it does is it really compresses all of the action and evens it out a little bit. But when we look at this chart, we can see a couple of things. First of all, it is my belief at this point that we have probably concluded any kind of short corrective move in the market. When we look at our basic wave count that we're looking at, we've got our wave 3 here, our wave 4, which is going to be comprised of some sort of an ABC. Our system was projecting lows coming in at either 68 or coming in around 70, but it does seem as though we've met that criteria. The market has moved up from there. Now, as you can see on the stick chart, we have had a little stalling action right up in here, but nonetheless, we have a good piercing line pattern with confirmation. Stochastics have crossed, moving averages have not, however. Now, when we go over into our daily chart, you can see we do not have anywhere as clear any kind of a definition of trend. And if anything, because we saw this market have this extreme high in overseas trading last night, and we'll have to look at some of the short terms to really hone that in for you, we do have this doji, meaning the open and close are very, very close together. We're only up about $4 or $5 with an extreme range in the day. We did initiate a recommendation to put on a long position in gold. You're in at roughly 1164. Market is currently trading roughly 1169, 1170. For right now, we're going to maintain our current stop level as well as maintain our current long position in the market. So traders, we are looking at a half a day, 720-minute chart, standard candlesticks. We're getting that same kind of count that we saw in the tick chart, wave 4, wave 5, 5 being a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does appear we have hit 5 out of 5. This is currently our ABC type progression in which we are currently enthralled, or in our A wave. We also have a piercing line on a half a day chart. And then lastly for today, in terms of looking at gold charts, no doubt you've got this doji type candle still trading at 69. And as I said, it puts it up on the day. Now the dollar, which has been stronger throughout the day, is still up, but not substantially so. This is primarily buying safe haven, entering the market, so to speak. And so the real thing that we need to see on a technical basis, of course, is we have not gotten any kind of technical confirmation that we're out of this kind of downward sloping channel. The one thing that we can say is that we hit this most recent low and bounced back up, but midpoint, even midpoint, I'd like to see an effective close above that midpoint before I get a little bit more bullish on this market. I did believe that we would see higher pricing on the onset of this week last week. That's why I made the recommendation to go long. I did expect it, though, to hold the highs that we saw last night as it was trading at around 71, 72 in that area, and we have not seen that as of yet. So traders, as far as silver goes, we did see a nice move in the market today, moving up about 10, 11 cents. We're also getting, in terms of a two-day pattern, or excuse me, a two-candle pattern, this being a half-a-day chart, is a piercing line. We certainly would not take any of this in terms of a market call without confirmation, and I would really obviously like to see that on a daily chart. So let's go ahead and convert the daily to see if we have any difference. And what we're seeing when we look at the daily chart is really this continuation. Let's go ahead and blow these up a little bit, but this continuation of these dojis here. You have this higher moving market today, but it's open and closing roughly at the same area. So we'll have to see how all of this pans out. But until we went above really 1600, I think that's where our current resistance is. I cannot get bullish on silver, and that is short term, of course. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update review. Bye-bye.